Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Spin the Wheel Saturday, the series where I let a wheel decide which makeup look I'm going to recreate. So last week we got strawberry makeup, feel free to go and watch that one, but let's spin the wheel and see what we get this week. Ooh, okay. Not too shabby. We've got Office Siren. I've actually wanted to do this one for quite a while. Almost like a mix of the 90s and the 2000s. We've got the greys, we've got the eyeliner. Not sure about the lips on this inspo picture, but we'll see when we get there. Let's give it a go. To start off with, I'm going to go in with the Douglas Skin Augmenting Primer. I always use way too much of this stuff. You really don't need a lot. This stuff feels so incredible on the skin. It's so lightweight. And you can see it adds a bit of a glow to the skin as well. And in terms of tackiness, I wouldn't say it's the tackiest primer, but it definitely gives you a nice and even base to start with. Okay, so I've noticed a lot of these looks tend to have the very skinny,
so you think I'm skinny,
arched brows. So I might carve my brows using the NYX Professional Bear With Me concealer before I go in with any other base makeup. So using this flat angle brush from Made by Mitchell, I'm just going to dip into the concealer and start carving the brows. Actually, before I carry on doing that, I'm just going to grab this Essence Lash and Brow Gel, just some clear gel, and try and almost brush the top down and the bottom up. Try and make them look slightly skinnier than they actually are. Like I said, it's a bit tricky because I recently tinted them, so they look quite thick. And do the same on the top. I'm just going to slightly blend that in. I might actually go back into the infamous crusty, dusty, musty eyebrow powder. Just going to blend that with a spoolie and then go in with another layer of concealer. Okay, now for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I have a feeling this might be a bit too dark for what we're trying to achieve. I've noticed quite a lot of the Office Siren looks are fairly like pale, not very bronzy, mainly blush rather than bronzer. So with a damp sponge, I'm just gonna blend. Now this foundation is very buildable, so ooh, ow. I'm gonna go in with one more layer. So that's foundation. You can see it looks a bit pasty at the moment, but it does oxidize quite a lot. For concealer, I'm going to go back in with the NYX Professional we use on the eyebrows and just add quite a bit under the eyes. I really want to lighten my face up on the chin, on the tip of the nose and forehead as well. I'm going to drag that concealer on the eyes as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, it is all fairly cool tones. So you've got the grey eyes going on, some very cool tone blush, not much bronziness. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. It's in the shade Vacay Mood, I think. You can see it's a very like cool toned brown. I'm just going to go in with a, what's this?
12 seconds later.
With this brush, it's thick. I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean, like a thick brush.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in with the product like that, and I'm gonna go in to the corners of my forehead and then just on the cheekbones. You can see that shadow it's adding already to my face. I'm gonna do the same to my jawline as well, and I'm just gonna blend that in. I'm trying to use more patting motions rather than dragging because you don't want to move the product underneath. Now using a smaller, dense brush, I'm going to go back in and do the same but to my nose. And I'm just going to blend that in with the sponge as well, just to dull it out a bit. So that's contour done. I'm just going to go and set this now. I'm going to set it using the 17 translucent powder. The way I like to do this is just tip some into the lid and then going in with a powder sponge, tap into the lid and then back into the tub to remove that extra residue. And I'm going to set under the eyes. Once I've set under the eyes, I'm just going to set the lids as well. Now the inspiration picture, she was quite matte. There wasn't much shimmer, so I'm just going to sort of set anywhere where I can see my skin is shiny. Fenty Beauty foundation, I'm just going to say it does not come off. I'm just trying to get it off my hand at the moment and it's like barely coming off. Definitely long wear.
Nice.
Let's do the eyes. I'm a bit scared. I need greys. Greys. This is literally all of my eyeshadow. This is all I own. Yeah. We have one palette that's gonna really help here. It's this insanely old Revolution palette. It's the iconic smoky palette. This is most likely expired, but it's all we've got to work with. So you can see it's got all of these very dark grey smoky vibes. I'm gonna go in with a flat fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with this very light shade. Just cover my lid in that. I'm gonna try this. If not, I'm gonna actually get a full-on white shadow and just cover my lid in that. Okay, I'm gonna grab my James Charles X Morphe palette and just go in with the white just to lighten that up even more. Now I'm going to use this Maybelline tattoo liner in the shade Deep Onyx just to go into my waterline. Now using this fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the lightest shade of grey and very lightly create the initial shape. This is going to be what creates my shape. I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to start just going at it in my inner corner with this grey. What's this? This isn't my inner corner, this is my outer corner. And look at that. And now repeat on the other eye. Now I'm going to grab a smaller, denser brush and go in with a slightly deeper grey. I'm going to place this where I want it. So I mainly want it really up high in this crease. And then I'm going to go back in with that initial brush with no product on it and just blend that out. Okay, for liner, I'm going to go back into the gel pencil. Gel pencil is not working out. I'm going to go in with this. I don't actually know what brand this is, but it's a 2-in-1 gel liner. This eyeliner is actually terrible as well. It's like not doing anything. I'm going to go into some black eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to kind of try and blend out this bit here. Do the same. Look at the difference. But one. Now I'm going to use that same flat brush and just sort of merge my lower lash line with the liner. And then with a small fluffy brush, go in with that original light grey and just blend out my lower lash line as well. Now this is going way smokier than anticipated. I'm going to go back in with that white shadow and just whiten out my lid even more. Blend that line a little bit. And honestly, I think I'm going to leave the eyes there. I might just go back in with that gel liner and just touch up the inner corners. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Milkshake. Okay, since the eyelashes are quite natural there, I'm just going to go in with this Miss Sporty Studio Lash 3D Volume Mascara. I got this from Romania ages ago. I usually have eyelash extensions, so I don't really wear much mascara. Leaving it as if, don't look at that side. She's got like a little mole here. Sick. The lip, no, I'm gonna go in with this Max Factor brown and nude pencil liner. Blend that in. And then with this, I think it's Revolution, Intense Volume Matte Fight in the shade 500 Beige Freedom, Le Beige Freedom. Like slightly just tap this onto the lip. And then I'm going to top it off with a gloss. I feel like I look like something. Is it giving Office Siren though? Personally, not a bit of me. It's the grey shadow. I really don't like how it blends. And the eyeliner, I never ever do eyeliner. I think this is the first time I've done eyeliner in like 4 years. But I don't have the classic Office Siren glasses, but I'll just use my actual glasses that I wear for work. Well, there we go, guys. This was my attempt at the Office Siren makeup. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 again. I think it's not my favorite. It's not what I'm used to, but I think I gave it a decent shot. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're enjoying this series so far, please do give me a subscribe. And yeah, I will see you next week. See you later. Bye.